I've seen believers praying that God, do something new in my life. God, my life must change. One day I had a story where a man was praying that God, when will my wife behave like an angel? And when the man was praying that Lord, make my wife behave like an angel, he was busy praying. The wife also started praying, oh Lord, where angels don't stay in hell, angels stay in heaven. Lord, let my home be like heaven so that I can become an angel. And to tell you the truth, both of them were very right, because you expect the woman to behave like an angel and new wine, but the home still looks like hell. So there's no way angels will be comfortable in hell. Please, are you getting what I'm trying to say? So in moving on, you realize that a lot of us pray for things, and sometimes it's not that God doesn't want to do it. No. If He does it and you still remain the same way you are, then what will happen is that what He gave you, you will lose it, and you also yourself get destroyed. So many people have received things from God that instead of the thing helping, it helped them for 1 week. After the following week, the following months, everything about their life got destroyed. In their quest to maintain what God gave them, they destroyed everything that they had. Because Jesus speaking said that you cannot put a new wine into an old wineskin, because what will happen is that there will be what? Pressure. Give me the NLT. There will be pressure. New things has a way of bringing you pressure. Are you with me? Sometimes you see people praying, busy, God, I need a child, I need a child, I need a child. And go and ask those who have children and ask them questions. I mean, sometimes when the children come, you forget you ever desired children, because the pressure alone, when the school fees come, and one child is 2,000, and you have 6 children. I don't know if you are here with me. Then that's why you calculate 2 times 6, 12,000. So now you are doing extra job, not because of anything, no, but because of the gifts of children that God has given you. You can't even buy shoe. So all of a sudden, this guy that used to be so fanciful, dressing, looking good and all that, now he can't even afford to buy socks. Oh, is it true or is not true? All of a sudden, this guy looks wretched. And you think it's not the wretchedness, it is the gift that God brought into his life that has changed the person, and now his white skin is scattering. Women like this, after giving birth, no woman gives birth and she's ever the same. No woman ever gives birth and her body, her skin, her breast, and her things ever the same. That's why there's a woman, they are so wicked that they don't get pregnant. Because they love themselves than what they will get. They give them, so they don't get. And sometimes when they get pregnant, they don't want their children to even take their breast, because they want their breast to still stand. But whatever you do, it will fall. Now, you can lose business because you got pregnant. Is it true or is not true? Even you can lose business because you got married. Certain doors will close because of your new level you have decided to go. But sometimes, the problem with us, we want to have the new, but we still want to maintain the old. And sometimes those things will never work permanently, because see, if you didn't prepare your mind for what you are asking God for, then something what God gives you could end up, the same thing could end up destroying you. One of the things I made up my mind when I decided to do God's work is that I'll be lied against. So when you lie against me, I'm prepared for it. When you say that I chop church money, I'll say it's true. I'll not deny it, because nobody takes care of sheep and goes to look for grass cutter in the bush. Oh, please, are you here with me? So you these pastors, they are chopping the church money. What else we chop? It's like sometimes you tell people that these politicians, they like employing their family. You, if they give you posts, wouldn't you employ me? What are you trying to tell me? And if your family is big, you should know that then there's wahala, because everybody wants to have his share. Is it true or is it not true? Oh, am I teaching very well? I'm lying. So it will interest you to know that sometimes we ask for things without necessarily looking at the repercussion of what we want. You got a nice lady you want to marry. Master, this lady is typical, you people call DB. You know what is DB? The lactogen type of girl. Cassava. You are not even the yam camp, you are the cassava man. You are a cassava man. And you go for a lactogen woman. Don't worry, we love each other. After 2 months of marriage, you realize that you can't afford lactogen. Eating cassava for 1 week is okay, but after 1 week, it's not okay. Sometimes if you can marry a woman, please, am I teaching here? And for the first 1 year, the woman is 30-something years, the woman can condone. But then when the woman becomes 40 years, her vision changes. Now she realizes that the container she's in, life has turned. First, my wife tells me that when she was younger, she could stay with me at Malam and Bawe, those areas. But if it was today, it would have been difficult. And she's very sincere, because sometimes you marry a girl who is young. Please, you are here with me. And the girl, yeah, out of love. But I got to a stage when the girl has grown and realized the master, life, we are not going anywhere as it was in the beginning, since the day we married. This is how it has been. World without, and the woman doesn't see any future. You realize that the new hair is bursting in the home that all of you are living in, and you will wonder, why has this person changed? No, it is the prayer you pray that God is answering. I'm not talking to somebody here at all. Look at the new wine. So as you're asking God to do something new in your life, one of the things to find out is that, am I also ready to improve on who I am? So many people are living in East Legon, Trazaco, and they are behaving like Nima. You decide to dress your bed once a year and change your bed sheet once every 2 years. The day you married, you should know that that thing has changed. It's so easy when you are single. You get up on the way, you buy kenke, and then you buy some shito, and then here you are, you go and eat. And you are a woman. When you marry, it doesn't happen like that. A man will come home like every early 1 a.m. Open the things and say, I don't like any of this. What do you want? I want jollof. You have to do jollof at 1 a.m. If it is you will say that, I called you. That what will you eat? You said you don't know. Now you know. Well, you should have known that before you married FD Yalley. I think I'm not teaching well here at all. So you see FD Yalley, Daddy, they're a handsome, nice man. No. Please, you can't wake up 2 a.m. to cook. Forget that area. Please, I'm just giving this as a normal example for all of us. So sometimes we look at things and we don't know that prices are being paid. Sometimes the price is the expense of the wineskin ruining, taking the pressure, expanding, going deep in and out. So you see a church that is going very well. I say, God, me too, I'll have this church, mega church, mega church. Master, mega churches, the workforces are in church by 6 a.m. and they leave at 2 a.m. So the English word is easier said than done. So every one of us, if you look at your phone, once in a while they have something called updates. I don't know if you have had it before. And one of the things I love is updates. So every phone I buy a phone with more speed, RAM, or whatever I call it, because I know that I'll do updates. Because see, they do updates for the following reasons. If they do updates for bugs and for criminals, when criminals find ways and means of entering into your phone, the original owner also finds ways and means of upgrading it so that they cannot have access to certain files that you have. Please, are you here with me? So therefore, if you don't update your phone, it is likely that very soon your phone will cease to work. So if you have the old, some of people have phones that today you can't put WhatsApp on. It is not yam. It is not yam, but the way that phone was made, you can't update it, you can't upgrade it. So let me tell you, some people, the way you started your foundation, it will be very, very, very difficult to upgrade and update. Because you have never left room in your life for expansion. Please, are you here with me or not? Look, no matter how I eat outside my home, I grew up with this mentality that when you go home in the evening, you must eat. So every time no matter what I eat, I know that I'll go home and eat. So I leave room in my tummy for the food of my house, because that was what I was made to do. Now, the reason why the wine skin has pressure is because the new wine, when it comes in, it begins to bubble. And the old wine that was in made the wine skin expand naturally. So when the new wine comes and starts fermenting, naturally it wants to also ferment the skin. And because it's already at its elastic point, it must break down. And when it breaks down, the wine comes out and the skin also wears out. Two things are lost. You will not lose what God has given you. So how do I sustain this? One of the first things God introduced in the Bible is that let us make man in our own image, in our own likeness. Some say image and likeness. Now I've contemplated on this thing for some time, image and likeness. I realized that you can never have image until you have likeness. It's a likeness that determines the image. It's what you like that determines who you are. I know you are lost. My skin color is as a result of the cream I use. Even though I don't really cream myself. If some of us, if you go and stay in America for 2 years and we come, you think we are white. Is it true or is it not true? Let me give an example. What you eat is what has made you look the way you are. Is it true or is it not true? Or is it true or is it not true? If you change your diet and start eating carrots, cabbage, lettuce, and you see that your body will naturally also change to fit what you are eating. If you start taking meat 10 p.m. every night, kebab, sausage. Am I talking to somebody here? Very soon your stomach will show you that what you are eating, I'm only expanding based on what you are giving me. So if you don't like how you look, change what you eat. Oh, please, are you understanding me? So if I want to look like something, I must change to like what the thing likes. So one of the things Satan has done to a lot of us is that our likes are not the same. Now, the box that comes to take our PCs and our virus and whatever we call it, we might call it bugs, virus and co. And the company also creates antivirus and co. But let me tell you this is what I will call demons and principalities. So if demons and principalities come to you, they come to you because ants come to you because there's sugar in your room. Are you here with me? You don't like the ants, take away the sugar. You want the sugar, so what you do, you must find ways and means of preventing the ants from accessing the sugar by what? Tightening up things. Are you putting me? Not exposing the sugar to a certain environment so that the ants, when they come and they can not get access, they will go away and look for another place they can have access. So sometimes when the demons are attacking you, what you also need to do is to upgrade yourself. Build yourself to a certain level. And when you build yourself to a certain level, demons naturally vacate your life, not because you even ask them to go. Look, some of the prayer topics we pray is because we are poor. Oh, it's true. If you have money, certain prayer topics you will not pray. Oh God, open the door for me to go to America. But if you have money, is that a prayer topic? Every witch that doesn't want you to travel is not a witch. You don't have money. I think it's not true. Any witch in my house who doesn't want you to be employed, wait a minute. If you have money, you open company and employ people. Am I teaching something here at all? Oh, am I teaching something here? So, every upgrade or any version you have in your life has a way of automatically waving off certain things you call evil spirit, bad spirit. So as soon as you update your phone, those bugs, those viruses no more have access to your system. Why? Because you have upgraded. But you know something? We want to have the new things that are in town, but you don't want to upgrade our phone. But if you don't upgrade your phone and you get the new things that are in town into your phone will stop functioning. It's the same way. If Jesus was here, he will not say new one. He will say that if you don't upgrade your phone, you can't download certain softwares. How many of you have updated your phone or your PC before? One of the things when you finish downloading, it does is that it asks you, should I shut down and restart, or you continue with your life? You can download and still be poor. You can come to church, make all the notes, listen to the message. Yes, you've downloaded it, but it asks you a question: do you want a restart of your life, or you still want to continue with what you are doing? Sometimes if let's say I'm playing a game on my PC, I'll say hold on, tomorrow then you do the restart. I won't go on like that. But there was a time I said restart, and for 2-3 hours my PC was not working, and I had a call, and the call that came, I needed to do something on the PC to check if the money has landed into the account. Come and see me. No, I think no. We needed to transfer money to somebody, and they said I should do internet banking. I didn't know we can use your phone. The thing was 75%. When I told them give me 5 minutes to be done, they said 5. When they finished, said download 1, now download 2. How many of you have seen that thing before? And let me tell you, when it came, I realized that the software for my bank that I needed to use to transmit the information was now working. I had to re-download a new one, and when I downloaded it before it was, let me tell you this: the fact that you see, sometimes when God wants to reset you, your friends, the system, the things you like, keeps you persistently out of it. So you tell God, can you hold on? Can you not start everything now? I want to hold on. And you say, the witches, look at me, I've served God all this while. Now, when you heard the teaching that go and forgive, you have still not forgiven because it is still waiting. At your own time, you do the restart, right? And so why are you complaining to God that things are not working? The next decision of restarting your life is only you to press a button. When you decide to restart, life will not be the same again for you. Can I hear someone say amen? But hear me carefully here. When the thing restarts, almost everything on the phone or the PC is affected. Or it's not true? Everything in your phone is affected. Everything. If you are like me, it's funny because except the manufacturer doesn't tell me that there's a fresh upgrade, I will do that because you know something, the manufacturer knows what he has made, and so if he says I should upgrade, I upgrade because it is not me who produced it. Please, are you with me? And if God who is your creator, looks at you and says that this life of yours, I want to take you to the next level and upgrade, and you still will decide not to upgrade, you have nothing to blame the manufacturer if your life does not go the way you expect it to go, because you chose not to upgrade your life. I know you won't clap. So this version of FD Yalley, who is pastoring a 200, 500 church member, if I want to pastor a church of 10,000, I must have an upgrade. Look, sometimes I watch somebody like Bishop David Oyadepo at this age. First service, second service, third service, fourth service, fifth service, sixth service, and this man is still preaching and is not tired. I said, what is it that makes them last? Me too, I'll do first service, second service, third service. Now I've collapsed. You know why he won't collapse? Because what happens is that there are people who make sure that things work. All he comes to do is study the word of God, prepare to teach, and the people he has raised do all the work. So I want to do the same. Before I do it, I must find ways and means of raising people who will do what I have to do, so I can concentrate on the new upgrade I need to upgrade. Because if I decide to copy because somebody is doing it, I will copy and I will best and I will die. Not because God has not called me. He has called me, but I didn't do exactly what must be done in order to move on in life. I think you are not hearing me.